Ever wondered why we feel compelled to follow a predetermined life script? Picture this. You're standing at a crossroads, one path lined with white picket fences and baby strollers, the other shrouded in mystery. Which way do you go? A recent study found that 28% of millennials are choosing to remain childless, bucking centuries of societal norms. Take Sarah, a successful lawyer who at 35 shocked her family by announcing she was leaving her high-powered career to backpack across Southeast Asia. These stories of deviation from the expected path are becoming increasingly common. But why? What drives some to step off the conveyor belt of conventional life choices? As we delve into this topic, we'll explore these questions through the lens of Stoic philosophy, a school of thought that emphasizes personal virtue and resilience in the face of external pressures. We'll also draw on modern psychological concepts to understand the complex interplay between individual desires and societal expectations. Are we truly free to choose our path, or are we merely puppets dancing to the tune of cultural norms? Let's embark on this journey of self-discovery and challenge the status quo. One humble request before we take off. If you find value in this exploration of Stoic wisdom and unconventional life choices, please take a moment to leave a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking content. The invisible strings of society. Imagine waking up one day to find yourself tangled in a web of invisible strings, each one tugging you towards a different societal expectation. The strings pull you towards a traditional job, a mortgage, a spouse, 2.5 kids, and a golden retriever. You can't see them, but you can feel their constant pressure. This is the reality many of us face daily, caught in the grip of social conditioning that shapes our choices, often without our conscious awareness. From the moment we're born, society begins molding us into what it deems acceptable. Our families, schools, media, and peers all contribute to this invisible framework that dictates how we should live our lives. We're taught that success means climbing the corporate ladder, that happiness is found in a white wedding dress or a corner office. These beliefs become so deeply ingrained that we often mistake them for our own desires. The impact of this conditioning is profound, influencing everything from our career choices to our relationships and even our sense of self-worth. The psychology of conformity plays a crucial role in maintaining these societal norms. Humans are inherently social creatures, and our brains are wired to seek acceptance and avoid rejection. This evolutionary trait, once crucial for survival, now keeps us tethered to societal expectations. Studies have shown that people will often conform to group opinions even when they contradict their own perceptions. This desire to fit in can lead us to make life-altering decisions based not on our true wishes, but on what we think others expect of us. Understanding these psychological mechanisms is the first step in breaking free from the invisible strings. By recognizing the external forces shaping our choices, we can begin to distinguish between societal expectations and our authentic desires. This awareness allows us to make conscious decisions about which norms to follow and which to challenge, paving the way for a life that aligns more closely with our true selves. Rewriting your life's script. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. These words by Amelia Earhart encapsulate the challenge and liberation of rewriting your life's script. Once you've recognized the invisible strings pulling at you, how do you begin to cut them and chart your own course? The first step in this journey is challenging your ingrained beliefs. These are the narratives we've internalized about how life should unfold. They might whisper that you're a failure if you're not married by 30, or that changing careers in your 40s is irresponsible. Identifying these beliefs is crucial because they often operate below our conscious awareness, silently steering our decisions. Try this exercise. Write down your life goals, then question each one. Ask yourself, is this truly what I want, or what I think I should want? You might be surprised by the answers. This is where Stoic philosophy offers invaluable guidance. The Stoics taught that true freedom comes from focusing on what's within our control and accepting what isn't. External pressures, societal expectations, others' opinions fall into the latter category. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This mindset allows us to detach from societal pressures and focus on our personal values and choices. Psychological techniques can also aid in this process of self-reflection and realignment. Cognitive restructuring, a method used in cognitive behavioral therapy, can help identify and challenge distorted thoughts about societal norms. Mindfulness practices can increase awareness of our true desires, separate from external influences. Journaling can be a powerful tool for exploring your authentic self and the life you truly want to lead. Remember, rewriting your life script isn't about rejecting all societal norms. It's about consciously choosing which ones align with your values and discarding those that don't. It's a process of becoming the author of your own story rather than a character in someone else's. As you embark on this journey, be patient with yourself. Unlearning deeply ingrained beliefs takes time, but the reward, a life that truly reflects your authentic self, is worth the effort. The Marriage Mirage. Did you know that in the United States, the marriage rate has dropped from 8.2 per 1,000 in 2000 to just 5.1 per 1,000 in 2020? This dramatic shift reflects a growing trend of people questioning the institution of marriage and its place in modern society. But why is this happening, and what does it mean for individuals navigating their own relationship choices? To understand this shift, we need to look at the historical context of marriage. For centuries, marriage was primarily an economic and political arrangement designed to consolidate wealth, forge alliances, and ensure the continuation of family lines. The concept of marrying for love is relatively recent, emerging in the West only in the 18th century. As society has evolved, so too has the institution of marriage. With increased gender equality, financial independence, and changing social norms, the pressure to marry has lessened, allowing people to question whether this traditional path aligns with their personal goals and values. From a psychological perspective, marriage can offer both benefits and drawbacks. On the positive side, a healthy marriage can provide emotional support, companionship, and a sense of belonging. Studies have shown that married individuals often report higher levels of life satisfaction and better physical health. However, these benefits are contingent on the quality of the relationship, not merely its existence. Unhappy marriages can lead to chronic stress, depression, and decreased life satisfaction. Moreover, the fear of divorce, with its emotional and financial toll, can deter some from entering marriage altogether. It's crucial to recognize that these potential benefits can often be achieved through other types of meaningful relationships, not exclusively through marriage. The Stoic philosophy offers a unique perspective on relationships and self-sufficiency that's particularly relevant to this discussion. The Stoics emphasized the importance of self-reliance and inner contentment, teaching that true happiness comes from within, not from external factors, including relationships. Epictetus advised, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This doesn't mean rejecting relationships entirely, but rather approaching them from a place of choice rather than necessity. By cultivating self-sufficiency, we can enter relationships, married or otherwise, because we want to, not because we need to or feel pressured by society to do so. Child-free by choice. Meet Alex, a 35-year-old software engineer who recently made the decision to remain child-free. Despite facing pressure from family and friends, Alex feels a sense of liberation in this choice. "I've always known deep down that parenthood wasn't for me," Alex explains. "It took years to gather the courage to say it out loud, but now that I have, I feel like I'm finally living authentically." Alex's story is becoming increasingly common as more people choose to forgo parenthood, challenging one of society's most deeply ingrained expectations. The societal pressure to procreate is pervasive and often relentless. From a young age, many of us are conditioned to view parenthood as an inevitable and necessary part of a fulfilling life. This pressure can come from various sources: family members eager for grandchildren, friends entering the parenthood phase, or media representations that glorify family life. The common refrain of "you'll change your mind when you're older" dismisses the thoughtful decision-making of those choosing to remain child-free. This pressure can be particularly intense for women who often face scrutiny about their biological clock and assumptions about their nurturing capabilities. When examining the psychological implications of parenthood, it's crucial to acknowledge both the potential joys and challenges. Studies have shown that parenthood can bring a sense of purpose, unconditional love, and personal growth. However, it's equally important to recognize the potential downsides: increased stress, financial strain, and a significant shift in personal identity and relationships. The parenthood paradox is a phenomenon where parents report lower day-to-day happiness but higher overall life satisfaction. This complexity underscores the deeply personal nature of the decision to have children. It's not a one-size-fits-all choice, and what brings fulfillment to one person may not do so for another. The Stoic perspective offers valuable insights on this topic. The Stoics emphasized focusing on what's within our control and not being swayed by external pressures or societal expectations. They also placed great importance on living in accordance with nature and reason. In this context, choosing to be child-free can be seen as a rational decision based on one's circumstances, values, and personal nature. Moreover, the Stoic view on legacy and fulfillment is not limited to biological reproduction. As Seneca said, "The greatest legacy we can leave is not something that is engraved in stone monuments, but that which is woven into the lives of others." This suggests that one can leave a meaningful impact on the world through various means, not just through raising children. Breaking free from the career ladder. Picture this. You're sitting in your corner office on the 50th floor, staring out at the city skyline. You've just been offered another promotion, a bigger paycheck, and more prestige. Yet, instead of excitement, you feel a knot in your stomach. In a moment of clarity, you realize that this isn't what you want anymore. You stand up, walk to your boss's office, and utter the words you never thought you'd say, "I quit." This scenario, once considered career suicide, is becoming increasingly common as people reassess their relationship with work and success. The psychology of work and identity is complex and deeply ingrained in our society. From a young age, we're asked, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" This question implies that our profession is synonymous with our identity. As adults, one of the first questions we ask when meeting someone new is, "What do you do?" Our careers often become the primary source of our self-worth, social status, and sense of purpose. This intertwining of work and identity can make it incredibly challenging to step off the traditional career path, even when it no longer brings fulfillment. The fear of losing our identity, disappointing others, or being perceived as a failure can keep us climbing a ladder we no longer want to ascend. However, there are alternative paths to success and fulfillment that challenge the conventional notion of a linear career progression. The rise of the gig economy, digital nomadism, and entrepreneurship has opened up new possibilities for how we structure our work lives. Some find fulfillment in portfolio careers, balancing multiple part-time jobs or freelance gigs that align with their various interests and skills. Others are embracing the FIRE, financial independence, retire early movement, prioritizing aggressive saving and investing to gain the freedom to pursue passion projects or simply live life on their own terms. These alternative paths often require redefining success in personal rather than societal terms. Stoic principles offer valuable guidance in navigating career decisions. The Stoics emphasize the importance of living in accordance with virtue and reason rather than external measures of success. Epictetus advised, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." Applied to careers, this suggests focusing on the intrinsic value of our work rather than titles or salaries. The Stoic concept of amor fati, or love of fate, encourages us to embrace our circumstances and find opportunities for growth and virtue in whatever path we choose. This mindset can provide the courage needed to step off the traditional career ladder and forge a path that aligns with our true values and aspirations. Minimalism, less stuff, more life. Imagine walking into a home where every surface is covered with knickknacks, drawers are overflowing with gadgets, and closets are bursting with clothes rarely worn. The air feels heavy and movement is restricted. This is the reality for many of us, trapped in a cycle of consumption that promises fulfillment but often delivers only clutter and anxiety. The minimalist movement offers a radical alternative. What if we could find more joy and freedom by owning less? The psychology of materialism runs deep in our consumer-driven society. We're bombarded with messages that equate possessions with success, happiness, and self-worth. This leads to what psychologists call the hedonic treadmill, the tendency to quickly return to a relatively stable level of happiness despite major positive or negative events. We buy something new, experience a brief spike in happiness, then return to our baseline, prompting us to buy again in search of that elusive satisfaction. Moreover, the act of acquiring and maintaining possessions can create significant stress. Studies have shown that clutter can increase cortisol levels, negatively impacting our mental health and cognitive function. Stoic teachings on simplicity and contentment offer a powerful antidote to the excesses of materialism. The Stoics advocated for focusing on what truly matters: virtue, wisdom, and inner peace, rather than external possessions. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This perspective encourages us to find contentment in what we already have, rather than constantly seeking more. The Stoic practice of voluntary discomfort, intentionally going without certain comforts, can help build resilience and appreciation for the essentials of life. By embracing these principles, we can break free from the cycle of endless consumption and find greater satisfaction in simplicity. Embracing uncertainty, the path less traveled. Life is like an unmarked trail winding through a dense forest. The well-trodden path of societal expectations is clear, its destination known. But veering off this path into the unknown can be both terrifying and exhilarating. As you stand at this crossroads, heart pounding with a mix of fear and excitement, you're faced with a choice: stick to the familiar route or venture into uncharted territory. The fear of the unknown is a powerful psychological force that often keeps us tethered to conventional life choices. This fear is rooted in our brain's tendency to perceive uncertainty as a threat. Studies have shown that our brains prefer known risks over unknown ones, even when the known risk is objectively worse. This explains why many of us cling to unfulfilling jobs or relationships rather than taking a chance on something new. Moreover, our need for cognitive closure, the desire for a firm answer to a question, and an aversion to ambiguity can make the uncertainty of an unconventional path feel unbearable. However, embracing uncertainty can bring numerous benefits. Stepping into the unknown forces us out of our comfort zones, promoting personal growth and resilience. It allows us to discover hidden strengths and passions we might never have uncovered on a more predictable path. Uncertainty also keeps us mentally sharp, as navigating new situations requires flexibility and creative problem-solving. Perhaps most importantly, it opens us up to a world of possibilities that we might have missed if we'd stuck to the script society handed us. Stoic philosophy offers valuable insights on facing life's uncertainties with courage. The Stoics taught that the only true constant in life is change, and that our peace of mind comes not from controlling external events, but from our response to them. Epictetus advised, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This mindset allows us to view uncertainty not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. The Stoic practice of negative visualization, imagining worst-case scenarios, can help us put our fears into perspective and realize that we're capable of handling whatever comes our way. By cultivating this Stoic courage, we can step off the beaten path with confidence, ready to embrace the adventure of an unconventional life. We've explored unconventional paths and Stoic wisdom. If you've made it this far, type freedom in the comments. Remember, life's true richness lies in authenticity, not conformity. New to the channel? Hit subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Until next time, stay curious and keep challenging the status quo.